History didn't forget them by accident. It was designed that way. When we don't know the names of early Black women athletes and pioneers like Ora Washington, Alice Coachman, or Lucy Collins, it's not because they didn't do enough. It's because someone decided their stories weren't essential. In schools, most history curriculums were never built to share the successes of Black women. They highlighted a few moments, a few familiar names, like Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman, and then they move on. If a Black woman competed before television coverage, Title IX, before endorsements, before integration, their stories were so easy to skip and to be overlooked. Not because of a lack of achievement, but because their success complicated the story of progress that others like to tell. They didn't want our successes to be broadcast. When history gets condensed, the first stories removed are the ones that don't fit their narrative. Media decides what gets recorded, replayed, remembered. Early Black women athletes didn't control cameras. They didn't have any control over headlines or any archives. It wasn't until Jane Kennedy that Black women had its first voice on a major network talking about sports. It wasn't until Stuart Scott who proved that sports reporting could blend in Black cultural references that worked for a universal audience. The wins of these women were often framed as side notes or ignored entirely. And one thing, or should I say it this way? Once something isn't treated as news, it rarely becomes history. That is how erasure works. It's quiet, it's systemic, and it's normalized. I started the Knowledge Gumbo newsletter to slow down, share their stories, and say she mattered, even if the system didn't act like it. That's not nostalgia. That's correction. So when you hear a name you've never heard before, do not assume that woman, that Black woman, was insignificant. Our stories do matter. Never forget it.
Yeah. Beat drops heavy. Heartbeat steady. Ready.
Check the mirror. See a queen in the reflection. No doubt, full steam, no signs of deflection.